Hello, this is Jeff Ryle from G4 Geomatic Resource in Houston, and today we're just going to go over a couple of small tips and tricks that are in the latest firmware versions 8 and 9, just to help you out to be a little bit more efficient in the field. The first thing is there's this new status bar, which is really slick, and this is for the GS18 and also for the AP20 pole. So in this example, we'll just do it for the GS18, but it applies to the AP20 pole as well. So what happens is it turns green. The old version would turn green when you tilt. Now there's a bar below it. So what we want to do is you could walk 30 feet and movement's key to get the IMU calibrated. Or what we've recommended now is if you rotate it left and right like 30 degrees swiftly and then forward and do that 3 or 4 times, there'll be a progress bar. And when it first starts, it'll be orange like down here. And then if you do that for around 20-30 seconds, the bar will go over to the full, and that way you know you got full tilt. You can take your shots. Stay still for like 20-30 seconds to degrade down to orange, and as long as you're moving, then the IMU would be then recalibrated. So once again, we're recommending just rotate firmly left and right 30 degrees, then forward. Do that 3 or 4 times, and then a progress bar will come up to show you. Let's take a quick look. So we'll just pop over, take a quick look at this video. And right now, I've got it set up. And what we're going to do is now dial it in. It's going to fix. So we're taking that GS18 out, and we're now going to start rotating backwards, forwards, left and right. You see the progress bar? It'll go from orange to green, and just takes around 20-30 seconds. It fixed. And then there's our tilt status. Tell us how good the tilt is. Okay. Then it came back underneath the veranda and just shut off the RTK. So that's a quick overview on how to use the tilt. This progress bar, really slick. And once again, this is the GS18. If you have the AP20, it will work for the AP20 as well with version 9 and 8.5.
All right, just going to go over a few things on the new firmware. So right now, let's check the firmware version. I'll hit Settings, and then under About Captivate. And there's the serial number with the IMEI number. If we page over, and under Leica Captivate, right now we're on version 9, and here's the CCP end date. Right now this is updated. If I escape back, if this wasn't updated, under the settings of little CCP, if I was on the internet like I am now, I could hit Settings, Tools, Load License Key, do an online update, and that would go check and then update the CCP. But right now we're good. There's no updates, so we're in good shape. Now what we can do is, if I come over here to update software, this is for loading firmware. If I hit Function Settings on the newer firmware version, I can check a box, and then I could change what period of time I want to be notified to update my firmware. So let's say I've just updated firmware. I can say just remind me next year, and there's a reminder, and that way some of the versions will remind you like every day that there's a new firmware version. So that's how you change that. Okay, so let's escape back out to the main screen. And right now we have a job here. If I click on the job and go to View and Edit Data, and right now I got a whole bunch of points here. And it is possible I could hit Function, Filter, and I could change that to see just a certain point range. And right now I'll say, let's just show me points 1 through 2000. If I hit OK, then it's just showing me the points that we collected from 1 to 2000. Okay? So if I escape back out, do you notice now that there's a filter here and a filter here? And that means that the filter is turned on, because sometimes this filter is sticky and you want to go back in and you're worried that you're missing all those jobs, or all those points. So once again, I can create a hotkey if you want to do this fast. And hit Function, Set Hotkey, and then I did it under Function F12, Data Reset Filter. So if I wanted to, I could, instead of the old-fashioned way, I'd come in, View and Edit, like I did earlier, and hit Function Filter. Then I could reset it here. I can come here and reset it. Or I can just hit function F12, and that'll reset the filter. So it says data filter reset. And now if I come back in, that filter button's gone, and then view and edit, all my points, 6,000, 2,000 through 1,000 now appear. Okay. All right. Another neat thing is we're on the internet. If I hit settings, then go to tools, and there's a regional configurator down here. So let's say I didn't have coordinate systems for Louisiana. So I can scroll down, and I got the whole world here. And what I can do is I'll scroll down to the US, and I should just hit function end, and then there's the US right there. We'll hit open. Then I can pick what state that we want to take a look at. Okay, so let's just give it a second here. And we'll come down. I got Alabama, Alaska. So I'll scroll down to Louisiana, and I'll check that box there and hit open. And I could pick, so I can pick mobile states if I wanted to, but I want to have the coordinate system and the Geoidal model, and I'll hit download. And once again, we're on the internet, so it's just downloading. So once again, if I was working and didn't have these coordinate systems, I could download them just with a couple clicks and then attach it to my project. Okay. So once again, okay, hit finish. And now what I could do is if I click on this job here, go to view and edit. Right now it's in Texas South Central. So if I edit it, there's our coordinates. Now if I can escape back out and go back to job properties, under coordinate systems, I might have Louisiana now. So scroll down, and there's Louisiana North, Louisiana South. So once again, if I hit edit, and it has, since we picked the Geoidal model, there it is. I'll just attach it. It's not the right coordinate system, but I just want to show you how fast I can change it, and then go view and edit data, and hit edit that point. Oops. We'll edit this point here. It's a GPS point. And now it's been updated to the new coordinate system. So I just want to show you how you can just download for the regional configurator, just different coordinate systems in the field. An older one, if I hit function lock, that'll lock that job. That way I can't change it if I'm in the field. Then function unlock will unlock it. That's been out for the last couple of firmware versions, but it's also another good little tip. And what we'll do now is we'll take a look. There is a way, if I hit settings, and let's say everything's set the way that I want. So right now, if I hit star, I got my coordinate systems, go to my Workstyles, everything's the way I wanted it. I can now back it up to the internal memory. I'll hit settings, tools, format. Now there's a button here called backup. And it says you want to back up everything? We'll say yes. So everything that I have on there, code lists, coordinate systems, Workstyles, all that stuff is going to be backed up to the internal memory. And now what I could do is if I went in here and formatted everything, and so what I'll do, I'll show you my format process, but I won't do it because it'll take a little while. So hit format, hit system, then internal memory. That'll flush everything out. And then what will happen is all this information will be backed up, and all I have to do is hit customization, work style, and it go to the default. I could then go in there and switch, and then pick these work styles that I have, and all these will be backed up automatically. The one thing to remember is after you do that, if I come back up here, I want to scroll over to the left side, and if I do format everything, I got to check this box and hit function settings, and always check this box. And what that does, it defaults that being off. So if I went to stakeout, it'll prompt me for my control job that I'm staking from. If that box is not set, this will not come up, and it'll just use whatever job is set, and I need to know what that design job is. So once again, if you do format everything, function home, click here, make sure that's checked. That's going to pick the stakeout job, and then function settings, that box will automatically prompt you. Okay, so those are some quick settings in the new version 8 and 9 that can really help you out.